UMSL Athletics by Newberry. Roles and duties. During my time working for UMSL Athletics, I helped the volleyball team, basketball, and men's and women's soccer. I worked the concessions, I was a ball boy, I worked scoreboard, and I helped set up and take down the event. My goals for the internship. So I really wanted to meet new people and grow my network, and I wanted to work on my communication skills. That's something that I've always struggled with was meeting new people and just kind of coming out of my shell and just getting to meet new people. And another thing I wanted to do was observe what makes an event run smoothly. I really enjoyed seeing what goes on behind the scenes because there's going to be times where, you might be a little bit confused why this is happening, but when you kind of get to see the behind the scenes, you have a lot more respect for the people that work their butts off and to make it run smoothly. Did I achieve my goals? Yes. I was able to connect with a bunch of new people and I grew my communication skills as well. I got to see the behind the scenes of what goes into setting up a sporting event. What did I learn? I learned that you're going to be working long hours. You're going to be working, 6 to 5 hours where you might be doing something you don't really enjoy. You'll be working with people you might not like that much, and you have to find a way to get the job done. I've had multiple times where the people I've worked with are people that I know for a fact I wouldn't even want to spend time with outside of my internship. But yeah, during that time, you have to find a way to work with them and make sure the event runs smoothly. And last thing, nobody sees the dirty work that goes into setting up and taking down an event. During my internship, I really got to see certain people do certain things to make it run smoothly. And I got to know them pretty well. And I realized that they don't get seen or get noticed or get recognition. And I always enjoy just going up to them and telling them, "Hey, man, like it's really cool what you do." And don't be afraid to just thank them for what they do because, they go unnoticed. Biggest takeaways. I got to connect with a bunch of new people and I got to grow my network and I have lots more respect for the people that go unnoticed when working the events. Kind of like what I hit on the last slide was certain people that, mop the floors, stay after, show up early to get everything set up. And I got to work on my communication and decision making skills. And those two things are something that I've struggled with in the past. And during my time working the UMSL Athletics internship, I have grown in a lot of ways with those two. My growth throughout my sports management career, I grew in my communication. I grew in opening up a little bit and not being afraid to go up to new people and just introducing myself and getting to know them a little bit. And my decision making. My decision making in the past hasn't always been that bright, but during my time at UMSL and working my UMSL internship, I was able to challenge myself, especially during pressure situations, during times where, if you mess up, it might slow down the event, but during those moments is where you grow the most. And last thing, I got working with different personalities. I worked with a lot of different people who, are very different, and that's okay, because people are who they are, but you have to find a way to work with them and make sure it runs smoothly. What would I tell my younger self? I tell myself to embrace the grind. You're not always going to feel like showing up every day, but you have to find a way to block out your personal life and get the job done. And second, don't be afraid to ask for help. There were moments during my internship where, I was very confused and I kind of hesitated to ask for help. And because I did that, it slowed down the event and I had to go off and get somebody and it kind of slowed things down. So don't be like me, if you don't know something, just ask the person next to you or call on your manager real fast so you can get it cleaned up. And lastly, grow your network. The people you're around, you never know where things will be down the road. The person you're working with might end up doing something really big in their life, and because you connected with them and got to know them, you run into them down the road, and you might end up working for them, or they might be working for you. Advice for incoming students: ask for help when needed because the people around you are there to help you. I struggled with that during my first year working my internship, and during my second go around, I used that to my advantage. And whenever I struggled with something, I wasn't afraid to go up and ask for help. Second, do more than two internships. During my time here at UMSL, I didn't really venture out and really get into different internships. I just kind of stuck with the UMSL athletics. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but something that I wish I did do during my time here at UMSL was try different things, work for different companies, because you never know what you'll like. Work on your time management, especially, coming into college, you're gonna have a lot more on your plate and you're gonna be your homework, you're gonna have personal life, you're gonna have, then if you play a sport, you're gonna have practice, you're gonna have games, and you're gonna have to find time to knock out your homework and show up to your internship and do it at a high level. So, really work on your time management. And lastly, meet new people. It's real easy just to kind of go about your business, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes the people around you are there to help you, but you never know what things will be down the road. Kind of like I said on in the last slide, the person you're working with might end up doing something that could help you down the road, or you could help them. Advice for current sports management students: continue to challenge yourself, continue to get out of your comfort zone and try new things and do certain things that are going to challenge you and work on skills that need developing. That's something that I really enjoyed during my time working for the UMSL Athletics was I really got to work on skills in my personal life during that time, which is my communication and decision making skills. And the during my time working the UMSL athletics internship, I really got to grow and challenge myself in that area. Lastly, grow your resume. Dr. Beleska is going to send out a lot of opportunities, and don't be afraid to volunteer and do different things because you can just stack those up on your resume, which down the road are gonna help you in the long run. Advice about the sports management program and courses. Dr. Beleska is there to help you. That's one of the biggest things I could tell you because during my time here at UMSL, I've been lost. I've had moments where I've struggled, and Dr. Beleska is a really big part of the sports management program, and she's there to help you, especially when you're struggling. Don't be afraid to reach out to her. This course will give you opportunity to try new things to see what you like. Like I said before, Dr. Beleska is going to send out a lot of opportunities to volunteer for internships and jobs to make quick money as well. And a lot of times, you might work something and you might end up really, really enjoying it and you could end up doing that straight out of college. And lastly, the coursework isn't super hard, but you will need to manage your time to knock it out. That's one of the biggest things I realized is it's easy to kind of throw it to the side because it's real easy. You can just wait to the last second, but when it gets to the middle of the semester or towards the end and you have 10 missing assignments, it's kind of a grind to knock all those out at one time. Conclusion. During my 2 years working for the UMSL Athletics, I got to meet a bunch of new people and work on skills that will help my future tremendously. These past 2 years, I've had my ups and downs, but I've grown in ways during my time at UMSL that will take me very far in life. And to add on to that, during my time here, I've had moments where I've struggled tremendously. And there are moments where I didn't ask for help because a lot of times in my life I've had to do things on my own and struggle on my own. And I kind of got used to not asking for help. And so I just want to tell you guys, don't be afraid to ask for help because the people here at UMSL are here to help you and they want to see you succeed and they want the best for you. And and at the end of the day, the people you meet here and the skills that you develop here, I promise you are going to take you very far in life.